Hello friends, I am Shushant Raghavan. Welcome to Technical and Quality Session. For understanding the technical requirements and quality standards in clothing industry, making a sustainable garment, I have good practical experience in the apparel manufacturing sector. My skills are CAD pattern making, sample development, technical requirements, and measuring quality performance. Today's session is about sustainable fashion in the apparel industry. For more sessions like this, do like and subscribe to my channel. Now let's begin the presentation. Sustainable fashion. Can the fashion industry really be sustainable? Sustainable fashion. The fashion industry has some truly major sustainability problems in its midst. By 2030, it is predicted that the industry's water consumption will grow by 50% to 118 billion cubic meters or 31.17 trillion gallons. Its carbon footprint will increase to 2,791 million tons and the amount of waste it creates will hit 148 million tons. These predictions come despite the significant progress being made by brands and retailers to minimize their impact. Sustainable fashion. Many brands are using sustainable cotton initiatives to reduce water, energy and chemical use. New dyeing technology to reduce water consumption by up to 50%, as well as numerous energy and chemical saving schemes throughout the supply chain. In the UK, the result of this work is percolating through to retailers with a reduction in the carbon and water footprints per ton of clothing of 8% and 7% respectively since 2012. Sustainable fashion. The industry is working to reduce the environmental footprints of its products, but the problem has now shifted to the consumption side. The insatiable appetite for fashion means people are buying more and more clothes. Since 2012, there has been a 10% increase in the amount of clothing purchased in the UK alone. And not only are consumers buying more, the rate at which their clothing gets discarded is becoming increasingly quicker as they chase the latest fashion trends. It is estimated there is over $38 billion of clothing sitting in wardrobes across the UK that has not been worn for over 12 months. Sustainable fashion. Fast fashion is seen by many as the fundamental cause of many of the sustainability issues the industry faces, and so it has been suggested by numerous commentators, academics and NGOs that ethical consumption can and will lead to a paradigm shift in behavior. Over time, it is thought that slow fashion may become the norm, with consumers wearing classically styled garments that last for years instead of months or weeks. Sustainable fashion. This might serve to minimize the need to make new purchases of the latest fashion fad, therefore reducing impacts. The logic of the argument is predicated on the idea that consumers are rational animals with behavior that is controlled and predictable. But the growth of ethical consumption has not materialized in mainstream fashion. Ethically minded brands believe the single biggest issue stopping them becoming more sustainable is the consumer, either through their lack of awareness of the issues faced by the industry or through an unwillingness to pay the premium for sustainable products. Fashion and ego. First, it is important to explain that marketing tools such as the questionnaires and the surveys used to predict the growth of ethical consumption are problematic. They are good for identifying purchasing intentions but poor predictors of actual behavior. Surveys tend to elicit a response that presents the participant in a positive light. Non-ethical shoppers tend to state they are ethical to protect their external image. And surveys are reliant on the participant being truthful and knowledgeable about their behavior. How truthful we are is debatable, and research shows we are not as knowledgeable as we think we are about the drivers of our behavior. Our behavior is far more selfish than we might like to believe. Rational models of consumption are based on the idea that individuals make choices that balance cost and benefits. An ethical consumer will make rational judgments about purchases on the best outcome in terms of costs and benefits for them and the environment. Fashion and ego. But consumption, and in particular fashion consumption, is quite irrational. Purchase decisions are most likely to be driven by desires linked to pleasure and excitement. Fashion is a social activity for setting our status, the egotistical drivers, but it is also an activity that is driven by emotional desires such as fantasy, excitement, and aspiration of living a better, more fulfilling life. These hedonistic subconscious forces are what make shopping for clothing exciting and pleasurable. They create a less rational approach to consumption, which ultimately reduces the influence of rational thoughts about ethics and the environmental consequence of our purchases. Fast and ethical fashion. Ethical campaigners, journalists, and even some brands have argued that consumers would be able to overcome these subconscious forces of fun and excitement if they had more information about the ethical issues. But evidence shows that this does little to increase ethical behavior. In fact, more information tends to reduce the influence of ethical issues due to the complexity of the issues. This complexity is doubled by the amount of conflicting information produced by NGOs, the media, and brands themselves. Cotton is bad for the environment, microfibers are poisoning the ocean, bamboo is ethical. It's not. When the experts cannot argue on the big issues for fashion, it's that much easier for the consumer to turn a blind eye and buy that new shirt. Fast and ethical fashion. Can we find sustainable solutions that actually move ever closer to a disposable fashion industry? The desire for new clothes is something that may be impossible to change. So instead of trying to appeal to the consumer's supposed ethical streak, perhaps brands should aim instead to use new technology and business models to design products that can be recycled or re-engineered into new styles with minimal use of virgin materials, water, energy and chemicals. In this model, we would not aim to change thousands of years of evolution in the space of a generation, but use innovation and creativity to make industry bend to our inherent needs. It is a major technical and commercial challenge, but shifting to such a consumer driven model may open up new opportunities for businesses as well as becoming more sustainable. Thank you for watching. For more sessions like this, do like and subscribe to my channel. Please comment your valuable thoughts and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified when I post a new presentation. Bye, have a good day.